in person.
Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Okay.
Thank you so
Would
much.
you like to come talk to me in my van?
Of course.
All right.
What
come
a
on
beautiful
in.
van.
Thank you so much.
I
Make
love
yourself
it.
at home.
Thank you so much.
Aw.
Hope you don't mind. I'm drinking coffee here.
Oh, is it really coffee?
Yes,
Okay.
it is coffee.
All right. It's getting, it's getting to that hour where it's 5 o'clock
Right.
somewhere.
It should be wine.
It should be wine.
Yes.
We could have wine and wine.
Yes. Where's the wine?
I don't know.
Oh.
I have to get that. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm having people spin this wheel, and I don't know if you
Did you
like
make
games.
this?
I did. Yeah. We
Oh,
made,
that's awesome.
And every day we kind of change the subject matter.
Okay.
But it's kind of fun because it has a time limit, and you get to spin it, and then you just get to go. So if you would spin it, and then I'll set the timer, and you can just talk about whatever it lands on. Spin it
Okay.
away. Spin away.
And
Conflict. Okay, so last time you had a conflict, what is it
gosh,
like when you have conflict? How do you handle conflicts? It could really be anything. Arguments.
the main conflict I always face is with myself. I'm always like in war inside of me. Like, there's a part of me that always wants to like do certain things, and there's another part of me that wants to go in a different route. Like, for example, there's a part of me that is always being kind and sweet and loving, and then there's another part of me that's like, no, be careful. People can hurt you. Don't give too much. Don't love too much. And that would be my
Totally, like an
my-
inner thing.
yeah. It's more like inner conflict than anything.
I that makes total sense. I think other people would probably agree that they have that voice. And which voice wins out, and what do you do about it?
Well, lately, like, for example, when I'm having certain relationships and some other people are doing what I don't want them to do, I don't confront it. I find a way to like please them, and then I regret it myself. I'm like, why didn't you stand up for yourself? Why didn't you talk about it when you were supposed to? Like, that's kind of my struggle usually. Like, I'm too kind, too loving. Like, this is what you're gonna get paid, and I go yes, instead of being like, no, hold on, I have a master's, I should get paid more. I'm always very
Right. I think
kind
women
and-
are often like that, and we find it is sort of the stigma of like, I mean, you can see what's happening right now in the women's movement that's going on, where people are talking about equal pay and all, that it's I mean, it's taken us this long to even try to say it out loud, you
Right.
know, and then somehow you still feel shamed, or I don't know, like you're causing a ruckus that you shouldn't
Right.
be causing for even asking it.
You don't want it to be too too bossy, as they would call it, but then you also don't want to be too kind. So it's like that balance that
I
always
think we're sort of
struggling
trying
with.
to break that a little bit. That idea to let go of this voice that's telling us don't be bossy. It'll be perceived as bitchy, but it's not just. It will be. I mean, it is. And so I think we're in a shift where that is hopefully slowly or maybe quickly going to shift to a place where women are allowed to say what they need and say what they want, but do it in a way that is received not as being negative, but just
Right.
as being
So you've
expressive.
experienced it as well, when you're like voicing your opinion and then it's taken as a negative thing.
For sure. No, absolutely. I think you have to be ultimately comfortable with who you are and comfortable with the result of what it is. So the default has to be asking for what you want and what you need, in the best way that you can. If that doesn't go well, you have to know that you have to feel good about what you did. Like you have to, you can't absorb or own what somebody else's idea of you is. I always say, like, okay, if you look in the mirror at the end of the day, which we all will, and are you happy with what's looking back?
Right.
And if you are, then it doesn't matter what people think of you or whatever. And if you look in the mirror and you think like, okay, there's things that could be different, there's things I could do better, then you're in control of fixing that.
Like, I've been so passionate about a project. Like, once I directed a theater show, and I was so passionate that the passion was more taken as like an aggressive energy. More, I was demanding a lot of everybody because I was working that hard.
Right.
And then people said certain things that I was like, oh, that's not what I meant. So then I became too nice. So then when I was teaching at a university level, I was too giving. And then one of my supervisors was like, you're not a mother of these kids. Like, you're a professor. You're supposed to like, but I was so kind and loving and caring. So I was like, okay, I need to find a balance, because, you can't be too much of this or too much of that. So I'm still like in that
Yeah, that's
struggle
interesting.
where
You sound like really bright. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, you sound really bright. And if you're passionate about some project and you're driving it because you're working so hard, some people are going to respect that, and some people are going to be put off by it. But yeah, you want to play. You want to.
Hello.
Time. Stop the timer. Stop the timer.
I love the timer. It's so cute.
But it's. I know it's good,
It
right?
should have like a tweet, tweet, tweet.
I know, you should go tweet, tweet, tweet. Instead, he just goes click, 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 click. But like, I think it's another really good sign that you're willing to look at apologizing, I guess, or willing to look at trying to do reparations. You know what you were saying, like you're trying to
Right.
find that balance.
Yeah, I don't like absolutes. Like, I don't like saying that I'm a certain way. Like, I like keeping myself open to who I can be or what I can do. But I'm always in that struggle, always. Like, there's not a moment in my life where I'm like 100% with myself. There's like 95% that I'm like okay with what I did, and then 5% is like, could I have done that better? You know?
I'm really grateful that you're sharing that, because I think most people feel that way. You seem good. You seem good.
Thank God. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, if you were gonna say like, oh well, no, you need other kind of counseling.
No,
I'd be like, Mom!
no. You seem good. I think you got it all together.
If you were to predict something about me for, I don't know, in 5 or 10 years, what would you predict?
Oh
You
God.
can include kids in there because I would love to.
No,
but don't have any
I
kids.
could not be specific, but I'm definitely
Make a
feeling
prediction.
an incredibly powerful energy. So
Awesome.
I think it's all positive. Like
Okay.
you're pretty glowy. You're pretty like glowy
Coffee.
positivity. Yeah, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. I know. I think there's a lot of positivity, and I think some of that comes from just a willingness to be honest with yourself, and I think like reflective of, self-reflective, and I think you are, because you're very aware of your process. So that's good. I think that's a good thing also for people to see. That,
Thank you.
yeah, that there are people out there that are trying to find a balance. They're trying to be strong. They're also willing to be soft. And that's sort of what we're all doing every day, trying to hold our ground, but also be generous. And that's life, right?
Yeah. Well, coming from you is so powerful, so thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay,
No,
thank you for coming in. She's telling me about how her gums are too big. Do your
Yeah, I
beautiful
have
smile.
long.
Okay, now you're trying to do it, but you're not. Okay, and
I just have to control my
okay,
gums.
you are so
They get out of
beautiful,
control.
and I cannot believe that someone like you is thinking about her gums. You have to promise me you are not going to like spend your whole life trying to squash your smile so that people don't see your gums. It's just, nor are you getting
You said
gum
let's
surgery.
find balance, so
Yeah.
it's not too much or too little. It's like a balance
No,
between
in the
two
case
gummies.
of your smile, it's just smile. Look at that. Look at that. She's so beautiful.
So I shouldn't cut the ends of my gums.
Okay, I'm going to jump off a bridge if you say that. No, you should not
Okay, I
do
won't. I
whatever you're
promise you.
doing. Yeah, no. So
promise you.
you got balance in your inner self, and then you're just gonna let your smile
I
go.
will.
I'm so happy that I got you when you're so young that you can
Yes.
just smile now for the rest of your life.
Gummy smiles for everybody.
And not worry about it. Oh my God. I wish I had such a big gummy smile.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
You're
for
the best.
joining me.
You're the
You
best.
are
Enjoying
beautiful.
my gummy
Aw,
smile.
yeah, look at that. Look at how pretty she is. Oh, gums or no gums. Yay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here at Urban Radish, which is the best grocery store in downtown Los Angeles, and we have shot a whole series of van therapy episodes here, so make sure you subscribe and you'll be the first to know when a new one's up. Oh, this is passion fruit. I am passionate about passion fruit. It's my favorite.